How you do, buckaroos, and how the heck are you? I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. Hey, I've got one I just found this weekend. Just came out, just released. Beast is knocking stuff down again. I'm trying to, it's been cooling down, but it's warm enough to come outside to do a video. I really like to do them outside, but boy, that cat is a menace. White River Coconut Rye Porter. Yep, she's going to come knock my camera over again. She's already done it twice to me. 5.4% Coconut Rye Porter. Beast! This American-style porter was brewed with flaked rye, giving it a spicy edge to balance the sweetness imparted by the coconut with notes of chocolate to back it all up. So, yeah, I actually had one of these last night when I first picked it up, and I did I don't know if you'd call it a review, but you know, kind of a wrote a little bit about it for my website, or not my website, but my page on Facebook. It's just The Beer Whisperer, or you can find it at Tom the Beer Whisperer 1 if you're on Facebook. And there's my cat trying to knock everything down again. It's very nice. There's a little bit of sweetness on the nose. You certainly do feel some of that rice spice. You get some chocolate on the nose. I'm personally also getting some nutty toffee-like notes. I'm getting the nuttiness probably from the coconut. You do smell some coconut specifically, but I'm getting some toffee notes that are kind of reminiscent of like a hazelnut toffee. There's Beast trying to get on camera. Here, let me move this. Whoa, Beast, don't knock it down. There we go. It's 5%, 5.4%. Oh, there we go. Nobody wants to see your rump, Beast. Yeah, it's nice. Again, just like they say, you know, they tell you notes of chocolate, sure, coconut. There is a little bit of sweetness, but not a lot, not as many. I've had a lot of coconut porters over the last couple of years. This one isn't as sweet as, well, as any of them, to be honest with you. It's more of a dark chocolate-like note with that coconut, kind of reminiscent of a Mounds bar, which is my favorite candy bar. I love me some dark chocolate coconut, man. That's what it feels like. Kind of feels like a Mounds bar. You got but not quite as sweet. Again, you do feel the coconut. You feel the dark chocolate. Again, probably from the porter notes, the malts in the original porter, I get is where I'm probably getting those toffee-like notes from. That are still apparent in the beer. It's very nice. In fact, the only thing I didn't like about the beer, to be honest with you, was the price tag. It's not necessarily overpriced. It was just shy of 11 and 6-pack. But I'm a tightwad. I mean, I've made no bones about that. I am cheap. I want to buy good beer, but I don't want to spend an arm and a leg for it. I get qualities you have to pay money for. I'm not saying that, but it is a 5.4% beer. I mean, there are other 7, 8, 9, and beers that I can spend for $10, so that kind of irritates me. But I get it's a specialty beer, so I'm going to pay it. I'm going to grumble a little bit about it, but I'm going to pay it. Mostly because White River does some fantastic beers. I think they're one of the best small craft breweries out there. They're doing some great stuff. I recently had their double gravel bar, their double IPA from the Gravel Bar IPA, and it is beyond amazing. If you haven't had any, I think when folks visit this area, they know about Mother's, which is fantastic. They know about Springfield Brewing Company, which is amazing. But White River shouldn't be overlooked either. It's very small, but they're doing some great beers. Another one you ought to check out if you're in my neck of the woods is Show Me Brewing. Not necessarily a brewery per se, but they do have a microbrewery license. They're only doing about 10 gallons at a time. They're basically a home brew shop that has equipment for folks to come in there and brew, but they do a lot of their own house brews that are just simply amazing. So if you want to if you want to go somewhere to find beer that is truly unique to that area, I think Show Me Brewing is awesome. White River, I don't know that it's left the area either. I hope that someday they are able to really expand their distribution, because they're doing some best beer on the planet, in my opinion. I'm not about paying a lot of money for overpriced, overhyped beers from pseudo crafts. You know, that Big Macro is about to come out. That, you know, that barrel aged one. I'm not going to mention the name. I think many years ago, I think that was a great beer. I really do. But as other folks started doing bourbon barrel and other spirit aged barrel beers, I don't think it's been in my opinion, even in the top 10 for a long time. And the bottle I had last year was just, I mean, it was barely drinkable. I mean, it was too sweet. It was cloyingly sweet. It was dreadfully unbalanced. But, you know, people, you know, folks that get that beer, they really just want to brag about their experience. They want to brag, oh, look, I'm on social media holding a beer. I stood in line for 4 hours and paid way too much for it. I guess the point is, this isn't a barrel-aged beer, but my larger point is, don't spend too much money on pseudo crafts. Go find your local craft brewery. Spend money there. Go to places like for me, White River, Show Me. You know, buy stuff that's unique to your area, using flavors that are unique to your area. So there you go. That's my little rant. See, I never do a straight beer review. That's why I don't call what I do a beer review. I'm just having a conversation, man. So back to the beer. Yeah, as I've let this sit a little bit, it's a little chilly out here, but you know, the funny part about it is it's not that cold out here, but it's been so unseasonably warm that it feels cold. I mean, you know, we're near the end of November, and you know, I'm still out here in shorts and a sleeveless shirt. So I mean, it's obviously not that cold, but it's just chillier than it has been. So anyways, as I've let this sit a little bit, those dark chocolate notes on the nose have become more apparent. Those toffee notes are lighter. The coconut's there. You do feel some of the rice spice on the nose. You do feel it on the body as well. It's one thing they've done very well with this beer is the mouthfeel. It just feels luscious. It feels rich. It feels decadent. It just feels good. And sometimes when folks go wrong with a coconut porter or anything that uses coconut or any kind of specialty beer like this, it's when the flavors aren't balanced, when they don't work together, when they're not harmonious. And that's what they've done well here at White River. They put all these flavors together perfectly. It is impeccably crafted, like just about everything they do at White River, in my opinion. You know, we don't have the most craft breweries as some, or as many as some cities. I guess there would have been a better way to put that. But we have some great ones. Again, over the last few years, Springfield Brewing Company has really stepped up its game. Mother's has been doing great beer for the 5 years it's been around. White River really is kind of the underdog of the bunch. They are doing some great beers, and they tend to get not as much notice as those others, but they really should, especially with the brewer that they have there currently that's really thinking out of the box. Their double gravel bar, again, this coconut rye porter, the stuff they're doing now is just incredible in my opinion. Oh, the rye spice for me, it does work all the way through, but you really kind of feel it at the end, when it just kind of helps clean everything up so you don't get any of that sweetness. You do feel some of that coconut, you do feel that dark chocolate, but then you get those nice subtle spice notes that just kind of work with everything. So there you go. Hey, my cat is out to the left. Well, that's why actors don't want to work with children around. So anyways, my cat just knocked everything down, so I had to stop the camera. Well, I was getting ready to finish up anyway, but had a little mishap and stuff went flying everywhere, and now I'm covered in coconut rye porter, and it's all over my table as well. Hey, that's part of the gig, right? Yeah, you know, I don't do a polished video. I'm all about realism. This was real, man. My cat actually knocked the camera down, knocking my beer over. Wow. Yeah, poor cat's a menace. She just doesn't know what she's doing most of the time. Anyway, I think I was about to wrap it up anyway. I was about ready to press the button to stop the video when everything went, you know, when shit hit the fan, as it were. So anyways, it's a fine beer. If you can find it in your neck of the woods, pick it up. If you can't, if you've got a friend in the area, have them get it for you. Do a beer trade. Do something. Make a trip to Springfield, Missouri, if for no other reason than we have some damn fine breweries in the area. I am Tom the Beer Whisperer. I am the Beer Whisperer in Chief, and I still approve this message.